them don't like to go to the market and stay. They want to come outside to sell and mess up. They're talking about sanitation and the rest of it. So sometimes government must be hard to say, look, we cannot allow this. But privilege in Nigeria, in 1 second, is a right. Privilege turns to right in Nigeria in 1 second.
Honourable Minister, just two questions. First, when we discussed the last time we were talking about infrastructure development, we mentioned a few roads that we didn't include street lights initially, but you were thinking that maybe you could add that just because it wasn't part of the project originally, but you were going to add. Did you eventually get to do that? That's one. Then the second one, in terms of the problems you enumerated concerning the running of the International Conference Center, it seems to me as if the IBB Club also had similar challenges. Where is it now, since you also inaugurated the committee to supervise the run of the project?
Let me say, Nigeria went to also to Wasa. So, this is a city now. When I go to put a street light, the street was built in the original mind you, these contracts were awarded 10 years ago, 15 years ago before we came. And I have a executive director. Well, was talking about equal mix. He said, well, as at that time, I said, okay, that will be additional works. However, control what you are doing, without the additional Now, in that case, in the preparation, it requires some amount of money, required approval of Mr. President before to go to DPP. So in order not to slow the work down, let them finish the original award and then make this as additional so that cannot stop the work going on. You talk about agriculture. You see, that's what I say. Leadership is key. If you have right leadership, things will go wrong. I'm not a golf fan. But by being the Minister of FCT, that property belongs to FCT. Was built by the government. It is not owned by a private or group of people. However, all over the world, you will allow people to manage it or run it. It's like government establishing a university. Now, to protect the university, in terms of the land, you didn't get a CFO. Yes? So the communities don't come to harass and encroach on their land. That does not mean that university is no longer government university. Some individuals who think they can convert government property to their own. They assume that the government gave them CFO on the Gulf club. I said, no. We appoint board of trustees to oversee, and the board of trustees organizes those who will run the place. And then there was a crisis, and the crisis came to my attention. Even security will call my attention. I said, no, we can't continue this way. I invited them. I said, listen, this one golf course, everybody thinks that should be run well without acrimony. And then I met the security agencies. It's okay, what we should do? Now that most of the board of trustees have died, so you have about 2 or 3 remaining. And what you should do now is to appoint new board of trustees, and then let them be able to organize the management of the day-to-day running. Some people went to court I'm trying to use the court. I'm not fencing. It's not where I am. I'm not that kind of person. I won't allow this. You can't take government property. You can't. You cannot.
Even if the government says, even if the court says otherwise?
God cannot say otherwise. It's not your property. You didn't give anything. You didn't give the place. It's your property. I mean, I have never seen this. And that is a place where we thought by now can attract tourists and different. In fact, there was a day the former committee came to me and they were asking for assistance. All the money people are making from there, what do I do with it? That's why I said Nigeria. You need the right leadership for people to understand that thing on the right way. Not what I'm the Minister of FCT. I've appointed a board of trustees and I appointed a committee and they must run the place. They must run the place. We can't continue this way. We can't. You go and change the constitution of the club to make it as your own owner, as the owner. How can you do that? How can you do that?
We'll go to politics very shortly. Just quick words before we call for a break, and then when we resume from that break, we'll begin to the political stuff. But quick words here. The rains are fast approaching. How say is the FCT in terms of what we witnessed some 2 years ago, preventive measures to ensure that flooding don't occur in those traditional places. That's number one. Number two, of course, will be still talking about projects. Okay, maybe you answer that one. That one just.
Let me say something. What is the traditional places?
Yeah, the places that are prone to flooding.
No, why? That also is not traditional. It's not made. We don't like to respect and follow the rules. Now, there are places where we are demolishing now, which block the water channel. You know what you find out? All you hear, where this government is so wicked. After somebody has suffered and built houses, they are not bringing it down. You won't ask yourself, where you are building, are you supposed to build? The mere fact that the government of yesterday did not stop you does not mean the government of today will not stop you. Or even when the government of today does not stop you, does not mean the government of tomorrow will not stop you. What is wrong is wrong. And we must be able to abide to that. We need sentiment and emotion. And now you are being a problem. Who owns this is a Muslim. Who owns this is a Christian. Why now? Who owns this is an Hausa man. Who owns this is a Yoruba. Who owns this is because but it's kind of like this. So now the point we are making is that now our director is under control to make sure that all those buildings that have contravened, even I can tell you the truth, some of them also get approval from government control. You can't believe what you can see. You can't believe it. And then they say they have approval. How can you have an approval here? Okay, take for example, when you have a land matter in court, the former minister revoked the property. Do you know what happened? The lady went to court. Do you know who the post of affidavit? That the revocation of the leader was wrong. No. Assistant director in lands. They are voting. He's from where? The lady is a Igbo lady. But some others are not Igbo. So I summoned him 2 days ago. Look up. Assistant director lands. A civil servant. They are gone. And there's no way you will go. I mean, it's unbelievable how you use a position, manipulate the system against where you work. when you see the kind of litigation we have over land, he will put in the system. Sometimes the lawyers and the leaders of the state connive with litigants. They will serve you paper. The lawyer will agree that they will serve them. The minister will not be aware. The next thing you see, judgment of court, not defended. Oh, it's so terrible.
Honourable, we have to go on a break now. When we come back, of course, we'll take you to yet a familiar terrain as well, politics. And so my colleagues are so eager to pass on all of that. So we'll go on a quick break. We'll be right back. Capital Territory FCT, His Excellency Chief Nyesom, Wike. We are venturing into the political arena now, and of course, I'm sure my colleagues are all ready. Could you, as the only lady of the panel, will give you the privilege of firing the first shots.
All right, sir. Thank you. Minister, these past weeks have recorded mass defections from members of the opposition parties, particularly your party, the PDP, to the APC. And notably among this is the governor of Delta State and his predecessor. Where does this leave your party, and what are the implications for the South region?
Well, you see, I have always said, leadership is key. Leadership in anywhere, whether in organization, whether in business. If you don't show the right leadership, you suffer for it. And this is what I've been saying. I know that there will be an impression. I do. It's a matter of time. When people talk about the governor of Delta State and his predecessor and all their team moved out of PDP to APC. What wrong did he do? By saying he was going to support the president. That's the crime. But it's all about board of trustees, the conscience of the party, adopted a strategy for second term. Why are people being more commented about that? The chairman of BOT of the People Democratic Party adopted an assumption, the governor under Labour Party, to go for second term. Now, this man said, look, I'm not going to do that kind of pretense. I will not be here. I saw him tomorrow. It's better I move and go and support him. Smart politician. I'm surprised that PDP said they didn't see coming. I won't call the names of the governors. I called them. I said, listen, the way things are going, I've warned you people. You said you are governor. I have no problem. See what will happen. Leadership is key. Leadership is key in everything you are doing. If you don't have the right leadership, this is what you suffer. For Christ's sake, no opposition party, what is sought, acts on impunity. It's only the ruling party. Normally, because they are in power, they are in impunity. Opposition does not do that, because opposition is going to organize itself to say I can take over the rest of affairs of government. How many times have they made efforts? How many people have you wooed? Rather, every day you after one man. Every day you after Wike. Every day Wike. You abandon what you are supposed to do. Call everybody. This election, we have lost it. How did we lose this election? Look at the cause. If I had done like we would have lost it. If I had done like we would have won. You tell yourself the bitter truth. Then you go back to the drawing board. The only crime that Wike is a minister under the government. And I asked them. I never said I was going to support the presidential candidate. Nigerians had me clear and loud. And I'm the only former governor who did not support the president, but made sure people 100% in the governorship, the National Assembly, and State Assembly. Not any sitting governor now or former governor come out to say that happened in your state. In 2015, some governors came out and said they did anti-party against Jonathan. But they worked against PDP, not to become president. What happened? The party didn't do anything. Why? They saw those people as people who cannot be touched.
The way they see you now.
That's not I came out openly and said injustice will not be allowed. I came out.
You were still in their meeting and to.
No. I don't leave the party now. I don't play like that. They invited me to a meeting and they don't invited me. I didn't post myself, they invited me.
But were some of these issues thoroughly discussed at that meeting?
Well, you see, first of all, I believe in sincerity. If you must achieve results, some people think that telling half truth or being too smart will help you. Rather, it destroys you. If many people don't take care, and I say it again, watch out what will happen. You know, selfish interest can kill an organization. You have not won an election. You are excluding people. You have not won an election. You are excluding, oh no, we don't want this man. You know the man has capacity to fight back. Yes? No. What is happening? Let's tell ourselves the simple truth now. Why do I have an impression? Let's tell ourselves the simple truth. In 2023, we told the party, look, it is in our constitution, it is in our tradition. When is you tell chairman, we will go for a presidential candidate? Because of selfish interest, they manipulated the system. They will know, we shouldn't do something now. Hold on, we will do something. Before we know, some people are going to buy from. And we laughed. It's okay. You don't want to do anything. Now, a zone took chairman of the party. A zone took the presidential candidate. It's okay. For peace to reign. So we can have a voice. They go front and back. They go front and back. We say this front and back, it will cost you something. Of course, arrogance came in. Forget. We have won the election. Forget we have won the election. Who are they? See where we are. I have no problem. And I told them that Where is the presidency? Where is the presidential candidate now?
2027?
Yes. Where will you go? On interest. No, it's not time, as you see. How many times can you play this game and you think you are smart? You are going for national convention. You are going for national convention. You want the South to go and produce the chairman so that we will have president. I said, why not? Look, Nigeria today says the South is occupying the presidency. Why not as a party? Come up openly now. Our presidential candidate will also come from the South. Now, you don't want to do that. You want to play the same game. You play the 2023. It will backfire. And when it backfires, you say, oh, these people did it. You will do that. It will backfire. And I tell people, this madness don't help you. Come out now and let everybody know this is where we're heading to. But play this game that, oh, we'll do this. It will not work. Not tomorrow and I say, oh, we can tell you that, look, stop this smartness.
So you don't see your party coming out victorious in 2027 election with the situation on ground now?
When you stand president to where? If you can't stand president to the north? No.
Well, that Your Excellency,
I told them, see, the point is selfishness can kill a system. Take for example, if the Apollo runs, for example, and wins, for example, 2027, by 2031, APC will send their presidential ticket to where? To the north. People will do what then? Then you come back again and say, no, since the APC have gone to the north, let's keep doing it. I mean, what kind of smartness is that?
Well, Your Excellency,
with
the current uncertainty within the People's Democratic Party and following yesterday's meeting, were there any resolutions made ahead of 2027, perhaps to get the party back on track?
It will not be good for me to let the cat out of the bag. So many discussions were ahead, private and public. We are waiting to see what was agreed will be implemented. We are waiting. If it's not implemented, I will not agree. If it's not implemented, I will not agree.
But in your opinion, are these resolutions viable? Even though you are
not the member of our party. Well, you won't tell us what is viable or what's not viable.
Are you actually stay with the PDP?
Because let me just give this analogy. Your case is like a driver who is calling passengers into his bus for a particular direction. And then people enter the bus, hoping that he's taking them to that direction. And after they had entered that bus, he came down and faced the other direction on his own. After he had called the last passengers for a particular route. That's not the same scenario, let me tell you. Because you are not because your boss says, no, what you are luring people away from the PDP. No, let me tell you. Justice must be done. It was injustice. I never left the party, but I came out to say, this injustice will not stand. I will not support this.
Is that why you are tearing the PDP apart?
No, I'm doing it. If you obey by a constitution, no. If you obey the constitution of the party, we will take for example, look at the issue of the national secretary. I don't see how any right thinking person, something that you know that can make the party to tie, something you know have a ruling party that looking for any opportunity, and you say. Some people go, there's no need for one party that. Who is talking about one party thing? But who is making it to help to be one party thing? It's you. The Supreme Court has given judgment, setting aside the Court of Appeal judgment and the State High Court judgment that says, I am Muslim. But out of their selfish interest, you are not interpreting the Supreme Court judgment that they say the party has supremacy to remove. because this man should not be, the man went on appeal. The Supreme Court is set aside that judgment. Instead of you to implement the judgment, you are not darling. Now, so this is why I keep on telling people. This will have that many months to stay. They are living in December. One of you yourself will live partner. Or we will now, tomorrow, why are some people living? Their fear is, look, I don't know who will sign our document. The Constitution says it corresponds to INEC, but being a national chairman and national secretary. Now you're having a quagmire of who will be or who is the national secretary. Okay, take for example now. Area council election, which will be conducted by INEC, right? Who is going to assign the list to INEC? Now, if INEC is not the one that will sign it, and that person signs, people go to go say no. It's not compliant with the law. INEC said no. This is not the national secretary. By law, by what we have, this is national secretary. If you really want this party to survive, why can't you make sacrifice? No. Let's not put ourselves on this kind of this is what I've been preaching since. Why do you take that kind of risk? Take for example, you want to hold neck. Who issues notice of neck? No, not available. If another person issues that notice, we will challenge it. If it's not somebody, the national secretary, as an arbiter law, by issuing notice of that neck, I will challenge it. It's not that it must be. That is the secretary. I will not do anything for people. That's the law. That's Supreme Court judgment. Why are we running away from implementing Supreme Court judgment? Why? What do you think? That's why I have always told people. Selfish interest. What's my interest? I'm not running an election. What's my interest? Why do you fall into temptations as an opposition party? It's because you think that if Samael is there, he may not be able to compromise him to do certain things maybe you want. Or Samael is close to Wike, that is an offense. Too well, too good. If that's an offense, I too will not agree and want anybody who is close to me to be humiliated. Now it's an offense to be close to Wike. Somebody is punished because he goes to Wike's house. I will not fold my arms and allow somebody punished simply because he comes to Wike's house. It's not going to be possible. Let's allow the right thing to be done. Like I said, certain things we agree, let us see whether sincerely they will implement it.
If the PDP zones the presidency to the south,
yes,
would you abandon President Tinubu and support the PDP's candidate?
Let's get to the bridge. They were talking about the bridge. Let's get there first. Let's get there first. But do the right thing.
But this Supreme Court judgment that you talk about, is it possible that that judgment is possible to be interpreted two ways?
Well, there's no two ways.
It has to be higher way.
No, there's no two ways. What was the issue? Somebody went to court that I ought to have defined that he went and contested governorship election. Morally, yes. Legally, no. The constitution of the party does not say he should resign. I think the man capitalized on the loophole of the constitution of the party. All he will do subsequently is not allow this lacuna to be there. It's among the constitution. That's what is done. Now, the man went to court, and then I would have appealed to the Court of Appeal. Court of Appeal in a 2-1 decision upheld the judgment of the State High Court. I went to the Supreme Court. So look, in the first place, the man who went to court has no local standing. In the first place, you have no local standing to even go to court. What's your business? Two, assuming you even have a local standing, the entire affairs of the party that they should settle, and set aside the Judgment Court of Appeal. Now, when people even talk about is the Southeast position, it's not Southeast position. First of all, it's the Southern position. The South, okay, we are going to produce from the South-East. And another thing, can you, and somebody who was elected in National Convention, now being a replacement without an election, they appointed. Now, the argument they have made is that it happened as a sign. That means the unity. Nobody wants to raise it. Now there appears to be a fraction. There appears to be a problem. And that's why people are challenging it. That's why I've always said the mere fact that nobody challenged something yesterday. Because we appear to be in unity. We appear to be working as one. But when there's a problem, we are no longer that one. Then you don't think that people will not challenge. And that's why you not see.
Your Excellency, they say politics is local. We may want to go a little bit local now. Your state is still experiencing a state of emergency, but being a PDP leader in your state, what are you doing after this whole process elapses to make sure that your party runs on an even keel? That is on one hand. Then the politician in your state, Attorney Peter said, was heard on television a couple of days ago saying that the appointments about the sole administrator, the local government administrators, were riffraffs and the National Assembly was engaging in rascality. Do you agree with his assertion? And then, of course, on the other hand, talking about PDP in your state.
We don't have problem in PDP in my state. Government is not a party. But government will work with the party. So there's no problem in PDP in my state. Let's talk about Attorney Peter's comment. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. And you see, when I look at people, when I was told about this, I didn't believe it. Until somebody forwarded the video to me. And I watched Attorney Peter saying that politicians are riffraff. That is too extreme. PhD holders are riffraff. Why? They are riffraff because they couldn't establish a bank. If they established a bank, they wouldn't have been a riffraff. In the first place, I had you say it's a from river, but in Lagos, look at the statement. How many people from Lagos will say they are Lagos, but they are Port Harcourt people? In Lagos, said he was not consulted. In Lagos, saying that he was not consulted. Somebody who does not know what is happening in the state. What is the contribution to River State? Apart from he established his business, which one is a personal thing. And these are people who cause problem for the governor. When we are making this young man governor, ask what was Attorney Science Review. He's from a popular local government. I said, Attorney, where is his house in River State? Where does he live? The last time Attorney Plaza came was when his father died. I did the road to Opopo. How can a man sit down and give a blanket insult? People like riffraffs. And I've been of rascality what? Look, wherever you are, whatever position you occupy, your impact on your people is key. When my brother Herbert Hugo was alive, may so rest in perfect peace. I called him. I said, look, Herbert, you are living in Lagos. Every day you fly by here. Your Excellency, Asset Bank, Nyesom business, that's a fine. You, what have you done for Rivers State? At your level, at the level where you are, what can you say today? You've contributed for the development of the state. He looked at me. I said, yes, tell me. He said, you come back in 2 weeks' time. He came back. He said, look, but you have taught me what I asked. And it dawned on him truly. What have you contributed for a state? Establishment of branches is their business. They are making profit. It's not the state. He told me he was going to set up a world-class university. I said, fine. Where? He said, look, the problem we have, he wanted to put it in his community. But there are no roads. I said, no. I will do all the roads. You must put that university. I did all the roads in Nyesom, the Parley of everywhere. And I was happy. He brought that university. It's unfortunate that it's late. I don't know whether the university will still be there or not. I need the foundation. So it pained me when I heard that. But he had made a contribution to the growth of the state. At the end of all the weapon, what is his contribution to the growth of Popo? Where I come from? What have you done? But if you come, national television, I said, I refraps. Who does that? Who does that? That will not convert you, elevation, according to you. Okay. Elevation. And when people believe that they are the only ones who have solution to problems. No other person has any solution to problems. I don't them. Now let me tell you, when during 2022 presidential election, Anthony Pinafel came to my house, not to my house, to see me. I know what problem. He said, he told Peter, if you came in the primary, look, it will be hard to support you. We will support the wicked. That's what he said. I wasn't there when he told me. So I said, what do you want me to do now? That we should support Peter Obi. I said, so how will you win the election? They are not allowed. So I have no point about it. The same man, without disclosing to the public, that he is the preferred candidate, he used ANAP foundation, his own foundation, to start the opinion pool. Screen the opinion pool to be favorable to you. Is that a corruption? The man who you are for this man, you now become the head of opinion pool. You come out with religion, screen the opinion pool, favorable to P2B, when you have an interest. Without disclosing to the public, look, this is my candidate. That's deceitful. This is the same man calling people riffraff because I do own a bank, because I was not able to establish a bank, and that's why I become a riffraff. 23 appointees on the Bible. He said they are riffraffs. I take serious exception to that. Anyway, I told people, I said, you don't even know. You can't do that to people. This God has blessed you and blessed you. All of us will not receive the same blessing from God. All of us will not have the same opportunity. Look at those who are appointed, even though I don't know some of them are PhD holders. who have spent time to read university, to come up with that level, you will say that they are riffraff. You say, now assembly doing rascality. How? How? Simply because by your own understanding of the Constitution of Nigeria, that the president was wrong. So until they understand the way you understood it, that they are rascals.
Let's bring it.
So you're the only one who can interpret the Constitution, who can define the Constitution. Why not sponsor people to go to court? Or why not allow that people don't know foreign them to court? No court. I mean, you cannot make a black say National Assembly with the rascals. What an abuse in life.
Okay, there were reports in the media that the suspended governor of Rivers State came to your house. Can you give us an insight? And yesterday we saw a very sober governor, and from the readings, from the body language, you will know that this man is calling for peace. So, first of all, can you confirm maybe former governor Similari Fubara visited you privately?
The president had called for peace severally.
Not peace.
I'm calling. I said the president had called for peace severally. And I cannot sit down and one president had called for peace. He said don't want peace. Yes, he came. He came with two governors and one other person. Unfortunately, the two governors are APC governors, unfortunately. So I will not pursue him. And he said, he wants peace. Fine. I want peace. Right?
Have you forgiven me?
You see, that's the problem you have. A man came. There are steps. I don't understand how a man came. You would think that this thing is just mega. Just say to her, I want peace. Then you go, and peace has come. What that means that there's an open door, an open window for you. Take the necessary steps to show really you want peace. Indeed, this is a self-inflicted injury. Does he need it? Does he need it? When this thing started, I called him. Shema Gende was there. Oton was there. Ibazu was there. Ubeyi was there. And we were scouting. We started that look. This thing is not good for you. God has given you this thing. Why not humbly? And don't allow people to push you. They are telling you to add you're a governor. You know. Nobody is taking the way you're a governor. But only mind you that people labored day and night. And all I have said, don't abandon people who have labored, who have toiled day and night. So, because trying to control, demand money, this and that. I'm sure all of you were of that opinion. There's nothing, they have a television called Arise. who just, without even facts, they are not paid for it. They push him and push him. Governors can push him. And where are they now? I told these governors are enjoying their own. Is it not? It doesn't need to happen to that kind of problem. This is a young man. I said, look, go this way, you will not have problems. People came, don't marry him, don't mind him. Assert yourself as governor. You know, asserted now. Trouble has come. People push you. Yeah. Look, the declaration of emergency. Who wears the shoe? Those wear the petition. Who will suffer? Okay, assuming now you don't settle this problem, and the state of emergency is called off, has the problem ended? Have you ended? No. When? Assembly will see the same as they do. So the council will still be there. They will not pass a budget. He will get money for the federal allocation.
So when he came for the meeting, did you give him a time for peace?
I cannot be that you came with people for the first time.
Yeah, did you agree or follow up?
I will not say follow up now. Why do you talk like that? You came and say it's good. Now, why do you mean? Have you done that? You take the necessary steps. That's what you do.
Let's talk about
you talk as if you are not is anybody who's under hold on. Is there anybody who's under 18 here? Hey, Governor, why would you have to ask me what are the necessary steps?
what are the conditions you give?
What conditions? What are the conditions?
The roadmap will give you before
let me tell you. I told him, I said, I don't think you have the capacity to really make this peace, because that's easy. And that's why when I read what I read yesterday, I felt so bad. I said, why? If we are making peace, your people are demonstrating every day. If you are making peace, your people are being insulting people. How do you feel about this? Look, that's what I'm saying now. That's not the point I'm making. At least you have not tried to take the step to really go. I'm not a party to everything that you are doing. They don't understand me. But that's not enough to say you are willing. You must take steps. I will not offend people. There are leaders you should meet. I don't know what we're going to say. It's not to say, I want this. Yes, you must show by conduct and by action that indeed, look, when I was chairman of council, some leaders of the party tried to balkanize and tried to impeach me, right? Impeachment is a constitutional provision. So I sat back. I'm a politician. I sat back. I called our team. Look, what do we do? We stood to conquer. All you say, you don't go agree or we don't go agree. They are not there. You have to use your head.
The belief is that it is you that will have to hold his hand and probably hold his feet to the ground and take him around that path.
I've never seen the kind of politician that you are. It's not how you play our politics.
You made me.
You made me how? You were the other who introduced you. Other people have worked for this now.
So if it's this problem now, it is you that will have to pay for that.
The manager, listen to what I said. When you hurt people, it's not a one-day thing.
So you still feel hurt.
It's not me. You see, that's the problem you have. When you say me, yeah, you say hold on. You say the lies. That is the mistake you make. The day you lose your leadership is the day you think that you can take decision
on behalf of all.
On behalf of people. Don't dare it. Make sure everybody is part of what you are doing. And I is even part of what you are doing. You have the Speaker of the House. Has even attempt to talk to Speaker. Let it be that's being enrolled. You understand me? Then that proposes, what's going on? Have you seen me? Look, I've done my best. I've told them like this. They have said like this. No, somebody will now come in. Not that somebody wanted to say we want peace.
We told the governor all of this.
No, I'm asking you. No, the point I'm making is that I had a problem when I was council chairman. That they have organized for councillors to impeach me. I didn't sleep. I called my team. Impeachment is a constitutional provision. It's not a coup. I didn't wait. have to move in. And so listen, the way we understand is not what happened. The way you do, that's how it is. This one is even more dangerous. Listen, let me tell you. That's why you should not listen to people. This one is even more dangerous. When Supreme Court has come out in a judgment to say you have no budget and you're spending public money, is it more dangerous? What facts do you want anybody to present to any panel? That's why you must go on length to citizen. Yes, we are not heard. We must move forward. They will ask you, how do we move forward? See what I think to do. So then they will not tell you, okay, but we don't think like this. Even this, we think that Totoshi, that's how this thing happen. Then they must see in reality that they are not being used just to hold time. That it is really indeed that you want to confirm. Yes, he made a public statement today, which I feel for him. Ordinarily, he don't need to be under this kind of situation. If he had listened to people who put themselves down in spite of odds and said no, we will use him. And then you cannot come back. Within 100 days in office, what kind of pushing anybody will push you?
Let's talk about the possibility of a return to democratic rule in Rivers State. While the National Assembly has already set up a committee to that effect, the governor was seen yesterday making a statement that went quite viral where he said that his spirit had left the government house. What do you make of this? And
how do I know his spirit is not there?
You've killed his morale.
How will I know if we are politicians? You can say something to attract public sympathy. I'm not carried away by all these things. It is, in reality, I don't know. How will I know that your spirit have left me? I don't know. After there are people who are preaching, they say that spirit. We find out they are not in any spirit. I will not see preachers who tell you I'm not by the spirit. Whose spirit?
But you said you fell for him now. When you...
I mean, he's a human now. See you talking. But that does not mean that in reality, what you said is correct or not.
But will you encourage you that is the way to go?
If I was not to go, why do I say no problem? Why would I even allow him to come to my house?
Will you be willing to do more?
Are you open for reconciliation?
What kind of questions are that? You asked me when I'm open for reconciliation and I opened my gate.
No, I said we need to be willing to do more. Still tell you, you have not finished though. You still have to see this person, you still have to see this person.
Even at the cost of the problems we're having. How? Let me tell you. I don't know what you want me to answer you. I told you, you are a governor. You are a governor. Governor is not only awarded contracts. In part of navigating problems. I don't know why you don't understand simple language. I am open for peace. And you are still asking me, am I open for reconciliation? No. I mean, I don't. All you want me to do is to back to his house now.
No. I mean, you can summon him. If you call him, the governor will definitely answer you. And you tell me that, okay, I've seen what you have done, but you still need to do this.
No, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Now, what has he done now? That's what I'm trying to tell you. I have told you here, look, there are leadership. You have assembly. You have national assembly. You have the party. Look, party chairman. Look, speaker. Look this. Or you, sir, can you summon a meeting for me? To see speaker, to see our leader, to see party chairman. For example, and the other one of it. These are the kind of things we expect you to do. But, let me tell you. As I speak to you, ask, is there any so-called elder in Rivers State who have shown that they want to help him and have come out to citizen? Mr. Minister, Mr. This, is that no way this will have gotten to this point? You know why? You know why they can't come?
The atmosphere is poisoned.
No, you know they can't come.
I don't know. Beyond the atmosphere being poisoned, I don't know.
You know, they have, see, what I elder does not give like an elder. He loses respect like an elder. Because why? I saw you making statement on television. You didn't talk as an elder. So you can't come to me now.
So that's why I said the atmosphere is poisoned.
No, it's not poison. It's not poison. They poison themselves. You have pastors. Why can't they say, let us go and intervene? You know what I mean? You know why? They refuse to preach as God says that the Spirit directed them. You heard what the governor said yesterday, listen. I think they were at the church, somebody was preaching. The man abandoned what they came to do. And he said, I start talking different things. That is the kind of things. I saw some women wearing white in the community center. I did it. They were casting. They do like this. I said, how does God answer this kind of prayer? Selfish prayer.
Please take the goodness away from.
So
for speaking against the Holy Spirit.
I'm not, you know, I don't speak, I will just say, oh my God, what kind of fraud is this?
Can you present it?
I'm not a fraud. I'm not a fraud. You know you are not being sincere. Instead of you to listen, say, look, in society to God, can you please make this peace to be possible? You only can say, God don't allow to me. Musa will die. Musa will die. Wait for Musa to die.
Sorry, Minister, just a minute.
At the end of the day, should the committee that has been set up eventually find a result to this issue?
Do you have the terms of reference? What they set up the committee for? That's why people will only know go and do it.
That's what we're saying.
No,
Democracy.
What is the terms of reference for the committee? The committee is the committee oversighting the administrator.
Led by
so it should sometimes people just they don't set up the committee to go and reconcile. That's why you people will just you will not even get the two gist. You are high committee. Committees to oversight the administrator, the activity of the administrator. Mind you, it was the National Assembly by just the Lord for the president to declare of emergency. And so therefore that we have a committee that will oversight the activities of the administrator. That are going to do with National Assembly, something a committee for reconciliation, if at all. So people should take this and say they are saying they're someone giving them as part of their reference to look at how peace, assuming there's no peace to come.
All right, Minister, you accused the governor of sponsoring Rivers women against the sole administrator. Do you have evidence to back here?
I don't think I should answer that kind of question. I mean, look. I'm too old. I'm a politician. I'm too old. I've been here since 1999. I'm not a politician that was just brought up yesterday. My years are gone now. You think I'm a politician that just come up yesterday where they dash power? No. There's nothing that happens that I won't know. Nothing. Okay.
Did you know, for instance, that the former First Lady was going to endorse President Tinubu for second term? The president seems to be making more inroads into your state. He has the former First family now backing him. Beyond that, what is your relationship with the First Lady? Because she seems to
the First Lady now.
The correct one.
Okay, let me answer the one of the former First Lady you said. I think, you see, that's why I don't know why they should kill Wike. The First Lady, former First Lady, the wife of the president under PDP, has endorsed Tinubu. So what offense did I commit now? What offense did I commit? Two, I have an relationship with the present First Lady. You know, if you are not close to people, you don't know how humble they are. you wouldn't know how supportive they are. I have seen first ladies at the local government level. I have seen first ladies at state level. I have seen first ladies at national level. I can tell you of the truth. This is the first lady of a different kind. Fine. You know, this use of FCT, you will be thinking that the first lady will be putting pressure on me. But you know what baffles me? I was going to inspection, also to Wasa. My phone rang. It was the agency to the first lady. He said, hold on for the first lady. I said, yes, lady. You know what she said? Hey, please, I want to know they are going to attention. If you are going to the villa, all the roads there are bad. Now that the president is not in town, the villa family, you try and see what you can do. Talking about the success of government, talking about their own success. If you call me, I hear you are sharing land. If you call me, all these contracts that you are awarding. I quickly called Julius Berger. We were working at the International Conference Center. They demobilized there. West straight. Took them about 5 days, night day and night, and put those roads under good condition. Do you know what humbled me? I was in China. Of course, the time difference, 7 hours. Unknown, they didn't know I traveled to China. But the agency told me that the agency of the first lady called, that the first lady wanted to speak to me. So we got back to the agency. Do you know what it is? First lady said, we should thank you. We should thank you. We should thank you for the road. Humility. Calling me, thanking me for doing those roads. Secondly, I was doing inspection one day. She called. Honourable Minister, I don't know whether you are aware. You know, the city gate. Is there nothing you can do on time to the villa to design so that anybody entering will know that you are entering the city? Somebody who has the interest of government at hand. She will say, look, you know I'm broke. No, look, listen, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay. Look at the idea. Is that what we can do to change that city gate? I didn't call the Rebecca to go and decide. She called me, oh, how are you doing with the IDP camps? You know, you have to be careful. How are you doing with the orphanage homes? We want to work with your head of women secretariat to see how we can support the orphanages. During the fasting period, either the Ramadan or Christmas period, she will call. How do you do that? And don't forget the chiefs, elders, and their wives too. Last December, Christmas carol. She said, I don't know, we need available. I want you to read part of the lessons. In that sense, look, I don't know how your programs or your activities are. She wants to host African heads of state women. She called me. I'm going to host African head of state. Will you be available to make a welcome speech? But not a day where I have this, my friend, is looking for contract. I have this, my friend, they are looking for land. Interest, success of the government.
Okay.
Humility. And you know, sometimes you will not understand it. I was baffled. These are the kind of things that the whole people pray to make the government to succeed. People who are focused that my concern is how will this government succeed for the benefit of the people, not what I, as the first lady, will give.
All right, we have to leave it. Now we know that the first lady is after your heart, or is a person after your heart.
Is somebody who wants the success of the administration.
Okay. All right, let's leave it there. Quick one. Where do you stand on this proposal to set up a State House of Assembly for the FCT? Short one. Are you in support of that bill? Oh, I know that bill is pending.
It will be difficult.
Okay.
Because FCT has not been, well, we operate as if in a state, but has not been given that full status of a state.
Yeah. Will the House of Assembly ensure that?
If you do that, then it will mean that it has a full organ of
Full state of the state. All right.
Yes. Okay. But after it has a CGM of FCT. That judicial is there.
Yeah.
So if you do that,
that will complement it.
That will not fill up the vote.
All right. Honourable Minister, we have to leave it here. We must thank you a lot for allowing us once again to invade this very serene and beautiful ambience of your official residence. Thank you so very much, Honourable Minister. My colleagues, we have to sit down. Compliment.
We should do all that.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
This interview is live on Arise, so provide equal opportunities for everyone.
I'm not aware of that. Down your way.
Always a pleasure to be here to have these conversations with you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us, Minister.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honourable Minister. That's today's edition of the chat. Hopefully we'll be here. Do we have another opportunity before the President commissions this program?
You know, it's one of monthly chat. So you have taken the one of May.
Okay. So after the President's commission,
the special one. We have ready for the commission.
All right. That's it from here. On behalf of all of us here, my name is David Alweba. We'll see you around.